Hello everyone and welcome to the fifth mini LCS custom game between Team 1 and Team 2. Have a quick go back actually, we are in Champ Select there, but I'm just going to have a quick look at the intermission again. You can see as of the last game, Game 4, we are now cementing a lead for Team 1, 3-1 right now. Last game's MVP was Dopamate on Kassadin. Had a bit of a bumpy start, but came in to be definitely the most valuable player on his team towards the end, at least in my opinion anyway. I'll quickly go back down to Champion Select here. If we have a look at the players on each side, we have some more familiar faces. You can see we've got recurring patterns here. Agent Cuddles from, I believe, Game 3. I might be wrong, but I think he was Game 3. Game 3 or 2. So Nazam, likewise from the game, and I think he was also in another one. I know he was in Game 3 because I remember him commenting on one of the YouTube videos, on that YouTube video because he DC'd early on in the game. And then Lord Cadriendel from the last one we just did, the Game 4, where he brought up Blitzcrank. Then we have a look at Team 2. We have 4 out of 5 people that were in yesterday. Well, it wasn't yesterday's game, it was well, 3 days ago now. But the last Game 4, we have DVD, who is he was Wukong top. We have Lodge, who was Diana mid. We have Icy Fires, who was, I believe, Lulu support on the winning team, and we have Bejamelon, who was Vayne on the winning team. We have a look at these bans. Team 2's bans are a bit funky. I'll talk about them in a second, but we'll have a quick look at Team 1's bans. They're pretty standard. Lodge ban, LeBlanc, yep, makes sense. I have to assume that was probably from I think his name is Badez. I'm not 100% sure if that's pronounced correctly. If not, correct me, please. Thanks. Because I know that Lodge invited him, or DVD did, and so by connection, those three are quite connected, I think. So, we'll go with that. We'll say that's why LeBlanc got banned, Sejuani staple ban, Hecarim staple ban. Hecarim is a terror in top lane, not that I know anyone on Team 2 can play Hecarim. And Sejuani is a terror in the jungle, so, Team 2, clearly confident. Icy Fires is 3-0, Bejamelon is 2-0, Lodge is 2-1, and in every single game he's played, he went big. Like, crazy big. Did he get MVP in one of his games? I think he got MVP in one game, I'm not 100% sure. And DVD did really well on the Wukong, even though it didn't really come to a fruition. Their big question is Ace of Shades, really. I want to see if he does well or not. Have a quick look at the picks. We see a first pick Blitzcrank on Agent Cuddles. I'm not 100% sure what he played in his first game, but cool. Blitzcrank, and then if we go down, we see Bardas on Zed. Zed versus Karthus mid, I think. Karthus and Nidalee have been picked up by Team 2. I have to assume it's a Nidalee jungle, but Nidalee top could be viable. We haven't seen it in a long time, but yeah, there we go. This might gets picked up, and it is a Nidalee jungle. We also see the change in not so confident to bring out the ignite there by Lodge. He changes the exhaust. He doesn't want to get death marked in the kind of mid to late game and get blown to pieces, even if he does still survive after death. We do have Icy Fires, who's we'll say insta-locked, I guess. It was a couple seconds after the start, but she's gone straight on to the the Morgana that she played and got MVP on in Game 3, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Game 3. Which is cool. I am setting up this thing so that I can see how it looks like right now. Is the thing I tried to show you guys earlier, where we go into loading screen and it'll have everyone's names and look all prestige as hell. But I need to set that up because I didn't know who was going to be where and what place they were going to be. So now that I do know these things, I can sort that out, and that's what I'm going to do. DVD. That's one hell of a name, man. Lodge. Icy Fires. Ace of Shades, and Bejamelon. There we go. Oh, the teams are finished, and actually no, my bad. Benjamin doesn't pick, so they don't have an A carry. But we C team one's finished. We have Jace top, who I didn't talk about. To be fair, I should have talked about him a little bit more there, 'cause I didn't really mention him. I didn't mention him at all, even though he was picked at the same time as Zed, so I surely could have. And we have mid lane Zed, jungle Vi, Lord Cadriendo is a jungler as far as I've been told. Although don't ask Benjamin because he will tell you he's trash. But you know, matters of opinion aside, we'll go with it. Vi in the jungle and the bot lane is Blitz Sivir. Team two, we have Nasus top, ticking time bomb old boy. Nidalee in the jungle, Karthus mid, and the Vayne Morgana bot lane. The bot lane is being picked pretty similar to what was in the last game and the game before it, although it was a Kalista Morgana instead of a Vayne Morgana. But it's just kind of a protective support with a really strong ADC like Kalista or Vayne, although Vayne is weaker in the early stages, whereas Kalista kind of is like, oh, you auto attack him, now I auto attack and do a massive amount of percentage health damage, and so I take control of the lane and then I become a strong late game carry, whereas Vayne is much more very weak, fragile, but I can tumble away from your skill shots in the early game, and then she's kind of really well, face roll is the wrong word, I guess. You gotta admit some Vayne players have some kind of skill, I guess. So becomes a real good hyper carry in the late game. Definitely better than Sivir, but if Sivir can take control of the early game, she can suppress the Vayne, and that would be pretty good in their favor. What I see from the blue team is what they're probably their optimal kind of thing they want to do here. Their plan, their win conditions is suppress their enemy team as much as they can, as early as they can, and let Jason Zed take control for the mid to late game because Jace's poke is ridiculous, and if they're already behind, they're not going to be they're not going to be tanky enough to take two hypercharged Qs to the face. So, and Zed, if he gets fed, will blow up. He'll blow up Vayne. He'll blow up Nidalee. He'll blow up Karthus. Can blow up Morgana, but probably wouldn't want to. It's a bit of a suboptimal choice of people to blow up. And won't be able to blow up Nasus unless Nasus goes damage. But who goes Nasus damage, really? Hey, bronze boys. And so they're going to use the Vi and the Blitzcrank probably to try and pick people off. They want to, they want to get the ulti off of Vi to just lock one person down, or they want to get the rocket grab and take that person down because they'll just pull him in, and then that person's done. Unless you're pulling Karthus like past 30 minutes or odd, unless he's like 30 CS or something and doesn't have any items, in which case then that's just a free kill. But if he has the items he needs, which he should have at 30 minutes, and seeing how we've seen Lodge play over the past few games he's played, at 30 minutes, I'm assuming he's going to be pretty big in terms of CS and potentially kills, but I've never seen Burdas play, so we'll see how that goes. And Zed versus Karthus is, I remember it being a favored lane for Zhao in LCS during the spring split. He faced High with it and murdered High, but I guess High is not like a good margin for the top mid laners in NA. But I want to be fair, I'm saying that as if this is like top level play. We're not top level play, guys. This is literally random customs. Let's don't get it twisted. um, let's see how this goes though. Definitely Team 2 have a better scale. Like they have a better scaling team in my opinion because Karthus is gonna pump out amounts of damage, like crazy amounts of damage. Nasus is going to stack the Q, and then he's just going to cane guys, and Vayne, we all know, becomes the monster that she becomes in the late game, whereas Sivir falls off in the late game, and just because of the utility of her ult, and, well, Vi doesn't fall off as such, but her damage definitely does, because it's all based on armor pen, and everyone's just going to get enough health to the point where the armor pen is a bit irrelevant, or at least in my opinion anyway. But, okay, here we go, boys. We're almost in loaded screen. We're going to see how this panned out. I'm probably going to have to edit scene midway through. But, well, it should be fine. It should be fine. We are... Oh, I need to wait for this thing to load because apparently it's just completely incapable. Here we go. Okay, we are in. Hit loading screen, and there we go. Yep, I do need to edit some stuff. We should be alright. Agent Cuddles. Your banana. Just trying to get like centered-ish. This is really unprofessional, but when we know the actual teams that will be playing, and we'll know who is playing, this will definitely be much more professional. And sorry about DVD kind of flowing over his skin there. He's got that Warring Kingdom skin. That's pretty nice. Team 2 aren't giving me so much hassle because all their names are quite short, so they're quite centered already. Although now that I say that, I do notice Icy Fires is a little bit not my liking, but that's alright. Okay, there we go. And that looks alright to me, I guess. It could be a bit better, but I think I'm going to change Ace of Shades and move him a little bit to the side again. This is not like a tutorial. Why am I treating it like it? My bad. Okay. Cool. Okay, that should be fine. Just gonna. I don't really know what to talk about. I've kind of covered what I think. If we talk about individual lanes, yeah, that's a good idea. Nasus versus Jace. Ooh, Jace has got that Forsaken skin, new skin, boys. New skin hype. Jace versus Nasus is a bit weird because they both kind of want to wait to a certain point. I would say that Jace gets where he wants to be faster because he wants to go back and pick up a brutalizer and a tear, and then he can start poking Nasus down. And every time Nasus goes to try and get the Q off on a minion, he can just it's a short poke. So if he can do that, then he's going to be able to probably take control of that lane kind of easily in the first 10 minutes. And hopefully zone out the Nasus to make sure that he doesn't get big quick. But that said, Nasus would be able to win in a drawn out fight unless Jace gets ahead. If Jace gets ahead, then he won't be able to. But if they are on equal pegging, I think he would be fine to. Whoa, 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 what? Oh my. That looks horrific. Why did they get rid of the dragon counters? Oh boy. Oh wait, no, did they? No, they didn't. It was just gone for about 5 seconds for some reason. My bad. I got a little bit panicked there. I was like, oh god, my whole plan is ruined. It looks disgusting. Pause there. They wanted me to sort this stuff out. Thanks, guys. Now that we're into the swing of the game, I guess we should be fine. By the way, I would love it if everyone was a little bit more interactive on the page, like on Facebook or on YouTube. Just give me some advice. Like, tell me what you think about what I'm doing with the content, and tell me what you think should be improved. Tell me what you think is good or bad, or just give me something, give me advice, give me an idea. If you don't like my casting, tell me you don't like my casting. But you know what I mean? Like, I can easily get someone else to come and cast. There's a kind of semi-local group of casters that are looking for kind of work that I could just ask them, do you guys want to do it? And that would be fine. So I just, guys, like, give me something, some kind of advice. But past that, we will look in the game. Standards start coming from the Team 2 side. Nidalee wants to get that bot lane leash, but Vi, I don't know if this is over prediction or not. I think she thinks that Nidalee is gonna take her first buff and then come and raid her red buff. Although actually that wouldn't. No, that's my bad. That's counterintuitive if she starts at a blue buff, because if Nidalee does do that, then Vi will be there and Vi will be weaker. So I'm not sure why she's starting blue. I want to see what ability she started. She started W first. That's not too bad, I guess, because the attack speed is nice. E is also nice because of the aura attack reset, but Lodge takes a shuriken to the face there. Comes with a little bit of lay waste. Carthus is really funny to think about casting because if you wanted to like hype him, you could probably do it really weirdly. You could just like, and he does another lay waste, and another lay waste, and another lay waste. Oh my god, lay waste! Because he just plays them like all the time. There's like just places them everywhere. Like if we look at how he's like done it so far, I'm pretty sure he's done it about 6 or 7 times more than shurikens have come out. There comes the dart bind in there onto Nezam, and he takes a lot of damage. How much AP does she have? Only 10, that's really weird. Does he have like no magic resist or he has 31 magic resist? I really don't understand why he took that much damage. I didn't see Vayne auto, so damn. You can see Zed is quite aggressively positioned in his lane, and I'm not too sure why. He doesn't know where Nidalee is. I mean, he knows she's probably doing a buff because it's not even past 3 minutes, but I don't see what he's achieving from it. He's down on HP. He is up on CS. I don't think he has a level advantage though. That E, I'm not too sure if it worked in Nasus's favour there. He lost more mana than it was worth losing to you know, to essentially get nothing because he didn't get any kind of trade off onto your banana. Nidalee's going to go straight back after that second buff, whereas Vi looks to go and get the Scuttle Crab to get some early vision around the dragon. Fix it. Oh, has she picked up? I'm not 100% sure. I don't think she has done. Yep, there we go. She did get it, and now she looks to set her sight on bot. Bot are pushed quite rightly for her, and that could be a really nice gank for her. She's coming around the tribe bush, and we are looking at top lane for some reason. Icepires spots it, gets the black shield onto Bejamelland, and he is going to be fine. Rocket Grab did land there, but it didn't work out for him. Who burnt their flash? I heard it. Agent Cuddles burnt the flash. No flashes burnt from Team 1 overall. Trade went... I mean, from Team 2 there was no flashes. There we go. Team that was getting ganked didn't burn a flash, so overall that trade went in the favour of Team 2. Blitzcrank's flash for essentially nothing. We just see Nidalee there go in the jungle and smite something away from the Vi. Listen, fairly certain she smited away. Yeah, she has no smite, and Vi's smite is down but up quicker. And here we go, DVD is going to go in on this. She does do, she gets the Q off and stops the Nidalee, but is not really. It's done. Yeah, she's just going to leave it. I thought that Kadrendal was preparing for some kind of invade when he started blue buff, but then I realized that that was counterintuitive. We have a fight up here in the top lane. Both have TP, so they're kind of salty because either of them have an ignite would have won them that fight there. And right now, Nasus is definitely... Yep, there we go. First blood to Nasus, or Nasus. The Doge. The Kayn. Flash. Smack him with the Kayn. GG. Dark binding onto Nezam there. We have a look at the CS real quick. We do see there's actually a really big lead in CS for Team 2 here. One thing to note is every game that Bejamelland and Icy Fires have been in, they've both been bot lane and they both haven't lost their lane. That's 2 games so far. This is the third, and currently they're not losing. They actually are seemingly doing quite well. Butters takes a lot of damage from the low waste there. Takes another one. And will he get it? No, I don't think he will. I think, yeah, Zed's going to go back. But if he hits 6 before Zed goes back, nah, actually he won't. Requiem would take too long. The cast time is ridiculous. You can see Icy Fires has kind of got the aggressive position in there. He's just like, I'm going to corrupted soil you if you come anywhere near me because go away. And I want to form, like, I want to zone you off the CS. And I want Vayne to have an easy time because I want it to get to the point where she doesn't need skill to kill you. Or if she does, it's in a really flashy way. Your banana dodges the spear but puts himself straight in the sight of the Wither. Ace of Shades gets the Wither off and it's a 2v1. DVD has to flash away. I would say he didn't have to there, but it was probably wiser of him to burn the flash. Dark binding again. Nezam is just walking into this. Or walking into these, I should say. It's kind of reminiscent of Hylissang in the UOL and Gambit ones, where Pinoy just walked into them some more. walked into another one, walked into another one. It was just kind of like, is this the Morgana being a god, or is this the AD carry being an idiot? Can't really tell. For now, all we can take his CS standings, and he is firmly 20 CS down. Benjamin getting a bit cocky with the tumbles. We did see he was pretty overconfident on the Vayne yesterday, and did get ahead early as a result of it, but then proceeded to keep dying to assassins post it working in lane. And it's working for him right now, and if we do look at the enemy team, they do have the Zed who could take advantage of the aggressive positioning he may bring out, but he is behind right now to the Karthus, so if he is, if he gets some free kills off of Vayne, it remains to be seen. Right now, the advantages are definitely all stacked up on the favour of Team 2. Benjamin gets locked up here with the E. Dark Binding comes out there, and the Black Shield does save Vayne from getting pulled in, but I think overall that trade was definitely in the favour of Team 2, even though the whole thing was off of a mistake of theirs. Like, the Vayne was way too aggressively, like, forward. She was way too forward, and as a result, Blitz was like, I can do something here, and just decided to go in and try and CC him, but Black Shield is too strong, and they don't actually have a level advantage. Here we go, Major Melon goes in with the ulti, goes on the turret, and almost gets himself killed. Does pick up the kill there though. DVDVD and Lord Kendriel still fighting it out here. They've been fighting out in the jungle at different junctures in the jungle. Have been fighting for a best part of about 5 minutes. That was definitely going in the favor of Cadriendo there though. Here we go, Flash and Deathmark. Gets withered, but does get the kill onto the Nidalee. This is a 2v1 here. Requiem comes out, and that is going to be a kill. Is it? No! Unluckily, Nasus doesn't get birders, but then the minions. The minions are just like, no ratings, we don't care for you. And he gets taken down by the minions. Cadriendo does get to walk away alive though. He is 1-0 right now. They're bringing it back, I guess. The early comeback, boys, the early comeback. Vi's gone, I was about to call it Juggernaut, Cinderhulk now, isn't it? But so is Nidalee. I've never seen Nidalee with the Cinderhulk. I guess it makes sense, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have assumed Magus would have been better on her, but then people built Juggernaut, didn't they? So now I remember Warrior was never a valid choice. This is another good gank here from DVDVD. They're going to pick up Your Banana, and he is now 0-3 on the Jace. 3-1 Nasus, 1-1 Nidalee. Everywhere else is pretty much equal apart from the bot lane. We have 1 kill in there, 20 CS deficit. There is a 20 CS deficit also in the mid lane, but like that's still low. It was 0-0-1 to 1-1-1. See an early, well, I say early, 10-minute Drake coming out from the blue team. No contest, because there is no vision at all on the side of Team 2 for this. And that is going to give them a little bit of extra damage that might help out. Does anyone actually know if it's a bug or not that you know when they Drake, even if it's not warded? Fight hit. Ooh, is that going to be a kill for Your Bananas? He does flash for it. Bit of a wasted flash from Nasus, gets killed for it anyway, and that's definitely in the favour of Your Banana, who is now gonna die to DVDVD. Not worth him now. It was worth it until he decided I can fight this Nidalee when I'm really low, and then took, I'm not 100% sure if it was a spear to the face, or if it was just a trap, but regardless he got hunted and then proceeded to die, so red ping's coming out all over the place because I think they have spotted Vi. A bit of personal things going on there between the Vi and the Vayne. They flame each other a lot, let's just put it like that. The rocket grab there from Agent Cuddles doesn't get anything though. Ooh! A lot of damage coming out from Nezam there. They burned the exhaust onto Icy Fires. Not 100% sure if it was really worth their while though. She is going to walk away. Lodge gets picked up by Cadriendo there, and the score is almost equaled up. Still 2k down though in the gold area, but kills 5 to 6 with a dragon in their bag. It's not looking as bleak as it was a few minutes ago. Ace of Shades taking a lot of free auto attacks there from Yo Banana. I don't know if he's just being like, I'll let you come back into this game or not. Funnily enough, I said earlier, who builds damage Nasus. There we go, Nasus, damage Doge. And this guy seems to be going for Triforce Nasus, so, you know, prove me wrong, you are 3-2-1, so I can't really fault you. But that gets hit up with the spear there. is going to come in on him, but he gets ulted there. Not enough damage, he misses 2 of the shurikens, half health on the Nidalee, but she is going to walk away all fine. Ace of Shades comes in around, he buns the ult, and now he's just, yeah, Yo Banana's dead. He was like, I could sit here and try and fight that. Oh, Karthus and Nidalee are going to pick up Zed there, he was in a bad spot. I've noticed that there are no real wards on the side of Team 1. If we look in the top lane, there's a ward for Team 2, no ward for Team 1. We look in the mid lane, there are no wards at all. Look in the bot lane, there's a ward of Dragon Pit, so they probably just saw the Karthus on his way down, but they didn't know Nidalee was anywhere near. Soul Shackle was being brought out by Icy Fires. Nidalee does get away. The stun saves her. On the Hunt has to be burnt, and Lodge is going to lay waste. Does he pick up Nezam? No, he doesn't. Does get the consolation there onto Blitz, and then Requiem. Double kill. 3-1-1 on Karthus. But I have to say that the Soul Shackle was probably secured that fight there, because it was a 3-for-0, and you know, that CC did end up saving the Nidalee, who would have been a consolation kill. 3-for-1 is a lot worse than 3-for-0. Oh, it's a lot better, I should say. Yo, Banana getting a lot of damage out here onto Ace of Shades, but it's not worth it because he takes a Q to the face. Siphoning Strike, there we go. And it's no longer worth. Half health for half health, but Nasus has his passive, can just heal up. Takes a hyper gated Q, and oh, Yo Banana takes him down. 2-5 to 4-3-1. CS is only 10 in the favor of the now Triforce Nasus. Not too sure how I feel about Triforce Nasus, if I'm being honest. Ninja Tabby makes sense. Triforce not so much to me. Condemned into the wall is the Blitzcrank. Misses the rocket grab, and Beja Melon's like, you're mine. You can't land your CC, you're not gonna... I'm just gonna go ham. Nezam looks to go down here, does go down, but I think Vayne is gonna go down to the turret. Yes, he does. Zed picks up Karthus in the meantime. Don't understand quite why Vi is staying around, but alright. I guess it works. Dragon is gonna be up in 1 minute and 25. TP being burnt by the Nasus to make sure that the mid turret doesn't get compromised here. DVD could go on to Burders, and he does. Picks that up. 4-1-5 right now. Good job him. I don't know if I want to say that he's playing really well, or if he's just landing really, like... I have to say he's landing really nice spears. But past that, I don't know if he's playing really well, because it seems as though the enemy team are kind of just sticking around even though they're hunted. Cadriendo goes in here, lands that Assault and Battery, but is already hunted, and DVD could have picked him up there. Doesn't quite get him though. Jace goes down to Ace of Shades in the meantime. Couple of Siphoning Strikes, and that was the end of that. Looks like they plan on sieging down mid now. 3 people there, 14-2. Gonna get that easy peasy. Ace of Shades with a Sheen and Siphoning Strike gonna take it down with no problems. Vi's pretty low there though. If Requiem was up, it's not quite up yet, but if it was, it would have been a free kill. You have a look at the CS in the bot lane now, we can note that Nezam's actually coming back. Their build paths are kind of different, and they're not kind of different, they're completely different. We have Vayne on a Bork, and we have Wiz planning to be a IE from Nezam, but it's not quite there yet, which means that for the now, Beja Melon is definitely ahead, and he's trying to abuse that lead, but he ended up getting himself caught under turret as a result, and it didn't really fully work out for him. DVD is going to get taken down here, though. Your Banana has crazy damage for someone that's 2 and 6. Almost picks it up, but he doesn't quite get it, and then we just see the Death Mode come out there in the mid lane, and Ace of Shades is going to pick up and out position Your Banana, Siphon and Strike, and that's that. No kill, though, in the mid lane. Zed did burn his ult, but I guess the exhaust kind of exhausted him, and his chances were kind of naught. See the Benjamin is trying to aggressively go into the Zed, which is something that got him killed in game 4, but you know, he's in a good position here. 2 and 3 Zed, who doesn't have his ulti, can't really kill him. And Team 2 do take the second dragon. They've definitely got those global objectives on point, I have to say, but they just keep dying. Bit of a poor flat. Ooh! Good job, Blitz. That was actually really well played, considering I was just like, is he just giving up? Is he just leaving it? Is he know he's dead and he's decided against trying to fight anymore? Well, that was a lot of damage from that Hypergate Q there from Your Banana. Looks like he's going to pick up that kill, and he is now 3 and 7. I do believe he compromised his turret for that kill, though, because he's no longer at top, so Nasus is just like free farming. Why not? Got a Triforce, I can take turrets down in about like 5 seconds. It's not that difficult for me. Lodge and Nasus there, taking a couple of camps from the enemy team. They want to deny this Vi any chance to try and push herself massively ahead. She is 2 levels right now behind Nidalee. I don't quite understand how or why she's 2 levels behind Nidalee, but okay. They are just going to try and push their advantage here. They know that they're up on levels, apart from clearly in this mid lane right now where the Zed is a level up. Cuddles comes in. Oh, he lands the rocket grab, and that is going to spell the end of Lodge there. That was a really nice rocket grab, I have to say. Ace of Shades coming in here, a little bit cocky, flashes in, Siphoning Strike, gets hit by the Vault Breaker. They're going to keep that chase on. The hunt is on Lord Candriel, and he comes in. Nasus picks up the Jace, withers onto Nezam, and this is a 3v3 right now. Bejamelon thinks he can come in. Nidalee coming in is going to pick up that, but Nasus gets it for the triple kill instead. Turret shots all day on the Nidalee, almost on the dot binding there. And I think that's going to be the end of that fight. That fight definitely went in the favor of Team 2 there. They kind of, like, it seemed as though they initially engaged onto it when it was like, I think it was Blitz, I'm not 100% sure though. There was a bit out of position, because it was Team 2 that was initially out of position, but then after that, they were like, we can go in on this, we have the numbers advantage, and they came in and they had the numbers advantage, but then they found out they didn't have the numbers advantage because one of them died when they had the advantage, and then people came to level the playing field, and then it was a bad fight for them, because 3v3, they can't fight them. That doesn't work, because they're behind so far. They're at 6k gold in 10 minutes, I mean in 20 minutes, sorry, is pretty exponential. That's like a whole item on the jungle. Oh well, I say it's a whole item on the jungle, and I look at them, they both only have 2 full items completed. It is a whole item in the top lane though. Man and Moon Brutalizer Phage to the Triforce and Randuins with tier 2 boots. And if we have a look in the mid lane, they're both 1 item and tier 2 boots. 80 carries is also 1 item, tier 2 boots. Oh, here we go. Condemn onto that off the back of the Dark Binding. Doesn't want to stay around though because he knows Cadriendo's here. Soul Shackles comes out onto Nezam and Cadriendo. Free kill there for the Vayne. We do have the Requiem come out, but it doesn't net any kills for him, just nets more kills for the Vayne, who is sitting currently 5-3 and 2. Oh, Dark Binding almost hits. The Zed does go there onto Icy Fires, who survives because he doesn't do enough damage to him. Nidalee picked up Nezam there like no man's business, really easy there. And then the Z got picked up by Vayne. 6-3-2 currently. 109 still still alive. Unkilled in this game. I believe she also went in game 3 unkilled. It's ridiculous how much this woman stays alive. Agent Cuddles is a bit of a bad position there, but we do have your banana to come and try and... Ooh, rocket grab! I'm done with this guy's grabs. This guy's grabs have been on point. Like, he either lands the most on point crazy grab or he lands nothing. I like him though. I like him. That's my kind of blitz. Ladders here gonna try and stop the Nasus, but I think Nasus is just a little bit too tanky. Ninja Tabbies and Randoms against the full AD team comp. Yeah, Nasus is just gonna ruin you. You should probably stop, especially you're at a level disadvantage. Look at that siphoning strike. That's a Sheen, and I think how many Q stacks is he seeing on? Like 273. That's not a lot. My bad. But still, with the Sheen and with the lack of armor on Birdaz 74, they just kind of half healthed him with ease, and that's only going to get worse. Tried to get a little bit of disengaged there from your banana, but Siphoning Strike says no. Birdaz comes in on the ult here. They're getting quite a lot of damage, but he takes a lot there too. Cadriendo does get the shutdown though. And that will be a nice net of gold for them. But in the meantime, they have sacrificed control of that dragon area. 10 seconds until it's back up and all the Team 2 are around. Spear misses there for a DVD. But, yeah. So far, this game is definitely just kind of head and shoulders above. Team 2 are way ahead in control right now. They're going to take their first dragon in the game and slowly take away the one thing that Team 1 have on them right now. Oh, Spear misses again, almost though. And 3 of Team 2 look to come in on 4 of Team 1. They don't even care. Nasus isn't about, but he does have the TP if they need him. They are sitting on a ward here, which is probably bad. Lodge gets pulled in, burns the Zhonya's so they can avoid all the initial damage. Dark Binding lands onto Cadriendo there, and DVD is going to pick him up. Vayne is really confident here. 2v1 in Agent Cuddles, and Nezam goes under the inhibitor turret. Your banana tries to take them, but he just gets exhausted, and that is him over. Beidra Melon took a lot of unnecessary damage there. I'm not quite sure why. I think he wanted to try and pick up the Zed. He does get picked up by Requiem. We see the buffs on Bork coming in handy there. Like that was some crazy heals, considering it is supposed to be only 10%, I believe. 10% lifesteal. Yeah, 10% lifesteal, but because it heals off the amount that his auto attacks do now, which is is considerably more because it includes the health that he's stealing from. So if he hits tanky opponents, he heals more life, which works really well for him in the tank meta right now. Coming to defend their inhibitor turret here now are 3 of Team 1. Have a quick look at scores, really. I think I've kind of stopped talking about them for a bit. Ace of Shades caught out here 4 against 1. He is miles ahead of the enemy team, but I don't think he can quite 4v1 yet. Does half health your bananas, but it was gonna spell the end for him. Or does it? Yes, it does. Your bananas turns around, cheeky Q, and picks it up. He went straight for a Last Whisper. The enemy team have no tank, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Vi is I guess she's a tank, but I have never seen her as a proper tank. We see Beidra Melon really confident here, does get himself killed, but picks up a blitz in the process. 9, 5, and 3. Team 1 are, if you ask me, they're a bit out of position here because, you know, they have no turrets and they are way behind. Vault Breaker goes over the wall because he doesn't want to go into them. And we just kind of have, oh, this could be bad. Nidalee lands the spear, Dark Binding from Icy Fires. Lodge is going to lay waste to Lord Cadriendo, and that will be the kill for them. DVD picked up the silver in the meanwhile, and Berders is on the back foot. Spear lands. Will he get away? He might have to shadow out. He doesn't have it though, and that is going to be another kill. Your Banana tries to come in, but the heals off of that Nidalee are crazy, and she ends up walking out of that fight with more health than she went in. Spear, couple of lay wastes, and Agent Cuddles looks to go down here. Does pick up the shutdown there. Will Red Buff finish him off? I don't think so. He is going to walk away. If his team somehow make a comeback, he is #1 MVP for me. That guy is a top G. Holy Christ. He's made some next level hooks that I'm just like, whoa! About. Oh man. As for Team 2, my choice is between 3. Although, not to say that the other 2 are playing badly, it's just to say that the other 3 are doing more for me. Or at least in my opinion. How many turrets are done? Like 6. Oh, Adrian Melland here. He is going to go and 2v1 yet again, but this one's going to work out because he focuses the right person first. Requiem comes out there. Agent Cuddles' shield comes down. Oh, now it's a 3v1. Looks like Adrian Melland is going to go down to Your Banana. Nice bait by the Blitzcrank, boys. And now he's going to just try and 1v1 Krug. And not really do it quite well. Well, Cadriandel decides he wants turrets. 6-2 right now. And they are 14k gold behind. Nasus is like, you wanna go B? I'll send you B, boy. GG. Send him back into the base with a respawn timer with it. And 11-5 Nasus right now. He's going for more. He's going for more, man. Like, I think he is. I always forget that there's a Kindle gem now in the Black Cleaver. I was about to be like, he has half of the build, but he doesn't. He actually has almost all of it. He just needs to actually get the item. So, you know, full AD, guys. Full AD, oh, it's not really full AD, but you know what I mean. That glass cannon of sorts. How did that spear land? What? Wither comes out, and that is going to be another free kill. Looks like Lodge is going to go down in response, but Cadriendo has the Vault Breaker away, and Ace of Shades just takes Nezam down. That was half of his health with one of the Siphoning Strikes, and then 40% with the other. Lodge is overcommitting here to the Vi, but Vi decided I'm going to go and try and turn this around, and it didn't really work, and we have that BM there. Looks like the purple team are going to call for the Baron. We have 4 of them up there, and Vayne just being like, we're gonna say, fight me, to the rest of them. I'm sorry, by the way, guys, I've kind of noticed this. I might start forcing teams to mish a bit, because, like, it always seems to be a stomp. The only game that wasn't a stomp was yesterday. Or, like, it was game 4. That was, like, the only game that wasn't really a true, like, stomp of sorts. It was much closer, which was more interesting for me. I mean, the game lasted like 50 minutes, but it was worth it because the game was definitely more fun. Dark Binding there out of nowhere. He didn't even know she was there. He was just like, what? How did I get Dark Binding from like the blind, like, is this Doombots? Adrian Melland goes in 1v1s again. This is very fun to watch. Vayne just uses, tumbles, gets a kill. It's gonna happen again here. Condemn that was a bit weird of a connection for me. I don't quite see how that connected, but okay, he condemned him into the wall and picked that up. Cadriendal takes a couple of lay wastes here. A couple more lay wastes, why not? You know, I'm only half health now. That's going to be a second dragon there for the purple team, tying them up in dragons now. Vi wants to get DVD here, who is really tanky for a Nidalee, and she's going to pick up Lord Cadriendel, but Burders might get the return kill. When I say might, I really do mean might. Damage coming out there from the Nidalee, turning her around from a 2v1 to almost a double kill. And she's just going to keep on pushing, knocking on that open inhibitor. Looks like Ace of Shades is going to try and finish the inhib off. sitting there with Baron buff minions and a red buff. He's gonna 3v1. Gets taken real low though. Birders looks to go down. Lightning Strike takes him down. The exhaust comes onto him. Rocket grab, and they get the shutdown. Nezam now 3 and 8. Did burn on the hunt. They burnt a lot to kill him there, and that spell shield does take a dark binding that was well placed otherwise. Damn, man. I don't even trying to clear this wave, but the Baron buff minions are just that little bit more annoying. Especially the what are they called? Not casters, the melee minions. I can't remember what they call them. I know they have a specific name. But the melee minions, they are especially annoying to handle when the enemy team have blue. And oh my! DVD was just like, oh, I landed a spear, did I? Well, that's a kill. Well, that's a double kill because I just, you know, you're hunted and I'm going to hunt you. Gonna pick that up for a triple kill, essentially 3v1. And he picked up a triple. I'm done. That's a quad. That's gonna be the game. That has to. 18 to 50, 20k gold down. 33 minutes in the game, and that has to be the end. I think, like, damn. GG. Well, actually, I think I'm being a bit preemptive here. You know, maybe, you know, as Blitz is up in 2, he's gonna make it all back. Like, he's gonna make it back for me. Oh nah, you failed me, Blitz. Why did you fail me? Okay, there we go, boys. GG. That almost equals up the playing field there. We are now 3-2 to the side of Team 1, but I think that is all for today. Gonna oh my bad. That's post-game screen, my bad. Yeah, GG everyone. That was a very good match for us to watch, I guess. It was another stomp, which is kind of boring me now. But it's okay, because I'm pretty sure we'll get some good matches in the near future. I'm gonna actually post another video after this video, and it's gonna be like a talk. Well, talk is the wrong word. It's gonna essentially be a statement. So you'll see that, and you'll see what it's about, and hopefully it sparks a discussion on the page because I'm kind of craving one. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.